just decided to take a break, by the way. I don't know. I was in the library I was in the library, okay? And now what happened is that I felt a bit sleepy. By the way, I don't know where the sleep came from, but I don't know where the sleep came from, but it was a bit weird. Yeah, I felt a bit weird, and I slept, by the way. I found myself dozing off. I decided, okay, you know what? I don't. By the way, I felt asleep in the library. Thank goodness I was I was somewhere. Yeah, I was somewhere that I was not exposed. There's a part of the library where you can, you know, there's limited access to people walking. Or how should I put this? Like, people rarely move at that place. So I found myself sleeping, dozing off. Like, I was working on this Excel. I felt okay. Aki, that sleep. It was a bit awkward, but I think it says a lot. So I said to myself, you know what? I'm a bit thirsty, and it feels like I'm not supposed to be here. So I felt a bit weird. I felt like, okay, I need to, drink some water. I'm a bit thirsty. I was like, you have you have a bottle. You have a bottle in the. You have a bottle in the in your bag. Why don't you take it and go outside the library and get some some water and cool off? However, as I'm thinking about this, I was like, by the way, why don't I go to stage? This is what's the place of this Talai Center here in Moi. I was like, okay, I think I missed some ice. Why don't you go buy it in stage? However, another thought tells me, okay, the trousers that you are wearing isn't that appealing? Yeah, because my GF told me so. Like it doesn't look good. However, I was like, okay, I want to go because I don't look good. So what's the next move? I was like, let me check my M-Pesa if I've been sent some babki. Checking, I have 500 shillings. Yeah. I remember, yeah, I missed some, some chips, some bajia. So I have ended up in this field and ordering the chips. There were no bajia. I was disappointed a bit. It was like, okay, let me just go with the chips anyway. Well, I need that taste. So that's how I've ended up here with some chips. So that's my small story that has brought me to this agriculture field. This is actually the where people play football in Moi. On the other end, you can see some buildings. That is the School of Agriculture. Lecture class, or even classes, yeah. And they are tasty. Just wanted to enjoy myself. There are some ants that have started doing their own thing here. I'm not comfortable here, however, it feels good to just enjoy the breeze and eat some, I feel a bit, confused today. There's some money that I need to receive for my school fees. And immediately I get it is finding a house to live in. Alone. I just want to live alone. Okay? Because I'm honestly tired living with other people. I think I've learned enough. I've learned enough to help me move on with life. It's just a matter of what have you learned and how are you going to apply it. You have different people that you are going to live with. You now need to learn how to live with them, even if you don't want to. But these are lessons that I picked the hard way. Even with my wife, I have an. They usually say this all the time. There will come a point. I'll have my own home. Fine. I don't have any. I not agree. I disagree with that fact. However, you should note that I'll not be able to live with them. 100%. I require my own space, and I keep on telling my GF that that someday I'll just be needing my own space. Mi sitaki kusumbuliwa because I know the effects of living with a person, and it feels like you are overstepping into their need. I can't finish this tomato sauce. I don't know why I've just put excess. Let me throw it at the other end. So that's that, and I feel that way. So there are people who are preparing to get into the field right now to play, and I'm sure people are going to settle on this, this tree, which I'm not comfortable with. Anchila, is it Ancilla Catholic Academy Outspan? Yeah, high school. I've seen several students here, high school students, coming to visit our school. You see this as a as a paradise. Paradise. As paradise. This the pearl, the Harvard of Africa. Until they come to this place, that's when they will know. What? Hiya. Kumbe that paradise was hell in disguise. Hell in disguise. But it's a good school, by the way. Without this school, I don't think I could have even known my purpose in this life. I couldn't have known. I came here for only not two reasons only, but many others. But the main ones were meet my partner, get to know my purpose, live in my talents. That's it. And I'm out of this place. Anyway, it's okay. Let me end this here. So I think this is a continuation for tomorrow. Yeah, Let me record them, the students who are moving. Mm, you can see they have white shirts. They're moving into the school gate there. And there are quite many. Yeah. Let them enjoy. Because anyway, yeah, let them just enjoy. Because what will they do anyway? If you are a high schooler, you enjoy your life. Because here in campus, you are not going to enjoy. Let me check the markets. Well, let me check the markets. To see if the graph is up. Hmm. Today's on Saturday, I think. Yeah, and I'm actually, I don't know if I should feel happy or really, but yesterday I was not able to place any trade. Why? There was no good setup to make profits. Remember I said yesterday, me, I'm not going ever. Was it yesterday or even the day before yesterday? I said I am not going to place any trade at the wrong time. And remember, my setup is based on if the graph reaches my climax, that's when I'm gonna place my trade. That's the only point I'm gonna place my trade, right? So yesterday I didn't note any curve or even at a curve at its highest point in Canadian JPY or even AUD and JPY. I'm closely following the two pairs. I didn't find any good setup, so I was like, there's no need. There's fucking no need of placing any trade or even risking my money for that. Remember, my rent is needed on my part. It is needed for the other part. So I don't know what to do, man. Okay, I think I woke up with an assurance today. I've just woken up, just some minutes ago. It seems like I've not just woken up right now, but I've just woken up right now. I had a very good sleep. Although I was not able to bathe yesterday because there was no water in this house. Okay, this house is messy. Without water, you're smelling like sheep. You're smelling sweat. Anyway, it's okay. But I've woken up feeling a bit fresh, although not close, not even close to the freshness where you experience after bathing. You sleep and you wake up, you feel a cool breeze. Not compared to that. However, I have slept enough. No, I've actually woken up at 9:57 or something, or even 9:58. I'm not sure about that, but I've just woken up at that time. I did what it needed to be done, so it's kinda giving. And when I just, there's how you sleep flat on the mattress. When you wake up, there's a thought that came into my mind. Was it a thought or I don't know what it is, but it was more of an assurance voice. Don't worry about the rent, I'm gonna take care of it. However, you're gonna stay here for the next 2 months, okay? As I figure out how where you're going to stay next, because honestly I don't have any plan to continue staying here in Hiya. Hiya. I had not seen that ladybird. Oh, okay. So, yeah. I had not. In fact, I had blew it. It was here. It was a small one. Okay, thank you. I manifest those 15,000 Kenyan shillings. Thank you. Yeah. I am. Is it? I claim those 15,000 Kenyan shillings that are to come. I don't know when, but they are going to come. So ideally, that's what I'm doing. That is what I am up to. That is what I am up to. That God will take care of my needs. You have seen your okay. I've not recorded it, but it was here. You have seen the sign. I'm gonna receive the money gracefully and even gratefully. Yeah, gracefully and gratefully. I claim that. I want. By the way, why don't I take some my time and start visualizing myself with so much money? I don't know where to take it, and feel how it feels to have money, because I know how it feels when you have money. There's like a certain feeling you feel. Everything is settled. I think I should take my time and start, and start, and start, start list. What am I doing? What am I saying? I should start visualizing in the mind. Me with so much money, I don't know where to take it, and I'm doing so many things with that money that is benefiting me. Like it is money in production. It is acquiring more money. Wasemanga, they say that shilingi humulikwa na ingine. Shilingi humulikwa na ingine. Shilingi humulikwa na ingine. Yeah, shilingi humulikwa na ingine. Nowadays I'm very careful. There are insects all over. In fact, I'll not be blowing them away from me. So I've realized these insects have a message for me each and every time. Especially these ladybirds. Anyway, I trust in God that He'll provide. He knows that I'm living somewhere. Yeah, He should take care of my rent. If I'm His son, I know He'll take care of my rent. Because I cannot imagine the embarrassment after, the embarrassment of being kicked out of a house. Like, honestly, it doesn't bring that good picture. Anyway, so let me say this. I am a bit concerned. Not concerned per se, but I've left everything to God. He should figure out how the money is gonna reach me. Me, I'm going to do my part. If I'm going to trade forex, I'm going to trade forex, and I have to be disciplined and put my money in the forex and trade at the right time. Timing in this scenario is very, very, very crucial. I don't know how Monday looks like, but yesterday I refrained from placing any trade because I knew it was a loss. Although the curve definitely went down, but I was not willing to risk that. Maybe my best strategy is based on the climax. I know if it reaches the climax, Canadian JPY, the graph will definitely come down, several pips down. And after it reaches the threshold or even the profit that I want, maybe I'm out. If I'm going to get $10 on Monday, fine. If I'm going to get $7 on Tuesday, fine. If I'm going to get 20 on Wednesday, fine. However, I'm not greedy. Yeah, I have a certain target, and I have a way to know that this trend is going in. If I miss any trend or even any if I'm gonna miss any trade on Thursday and Friday, fine with me, because I'm not willing to risk my setups in the wrong place. Yeah, the money that I'll get after that, maybe I'll appreciate. So ideally, what I'm talking about is consistency here is key. However, you should stick to one thing at a time, where you are guaranteed that you are going to get the money, right? cool. That's that. I'm done about forex. Because I've come to learn it's not really about your prowess in placing trades. In fact, I'm spending my weekend from today writing the book. In fact, finalizing the book that I've been talking about. After the book, I'll talk about. Yeah. In fact, that book will be shorter than this one. I'll show people how to create or even how to create fermented probiotics. How do you create probiotics? There's cabbage, red cabbage, there is the green cabbage. If there's a purple cabbage, let it be. If there's a yellow cabbage, fine. How to create even spinach. Fermented spinach. What else? Brine. Fermented brine. Okay. What do you call brined eggs? So that one. We have another one that is So that is the next book that I'm going to write. I don't think I'm going to continue with kefir for vegans. Considering that even vegans don't eat animal products, why should you even write it? It sounds weird. Okay, I might try. I might even do it, but I don't think anyone really might. Kefir for vegans. I'm like, see, that is milk anyway. With those vegetables, of course, that book will be shorter because it doesn't have so much content. Okay, it may have. I might force it to have those. But I don't think it will be significant. No one will read it as such. So I'm coming to the second book, that is creating probiotic foods. So this is where I'm gonna sell more container jars. And trust me, those container jars are really going to sell. I think this is where I'm gonna start my drop shipping journey. I started it, but I was like, okay, how will I sell, and which strategy will I use to sell these things? But right now I think I've gotten the point. You really need to have a genesis and an exodus. Like, what do I mean by that? You have to, whenever you're thinking about business, you have to figure out what will be the entry and what will be the exit. Like, I was thinking of the drop shipping. The main concern when I was almost getting into this drop shipping was like, who do I sell to and how do I reach them? That was the main challenge. That's when I don't have resources to support that. Plus, I don't think I'll maintain the consistency of trying reaching the customers and promoting the product to them. I was like, Apana, just hold your horses. This is not your thing. In fact, that's what my brain told me. My mind told me, this is not your thing. You better continue with your old comfort life rather than getting into this. In fact, I left some 500 shillings in my Facebook Meta advertising account. Yeah? Is it MetaSuit? Yeah, I left some 500 shillings which I had planned to advertise the product that I was after. I was after this massaging ball. It was big. So I was planning to sell that. I even made the drop shipping store. But things went how they went and I gave up. No, it's not worth it. Let me continue with my life, which I don't know. How do I put this? But right now, let me just put it this way instead of going on a aimless ramble. I now have a clear vision. If I'm going to set up a e-commerce store on Shopify, I already know what I'm going to even sell. Blenders, glass jars, and what else? So such things is what I'm going to sell. Even recipe ingredients, that's what I'm going to sell. So I clearly know what I'm going to sell. And at some point, but I'll first start, not now. This is not a plan for now, but after the affiliate is successful. Remember I said that after I get the whole now the money that I'm going to get from the affiliate links is gonna be used to create a domain, and by a domain I'm going to buy it from a company in the US. I think this is where now the developer heart comes in. I was once a developer and I once hosted a website. I think this is where the skills come in. As much as I was meant to do this, I think I'm having a clear picture of where they are going to play their role here. I was once a developer for a reason. For a reason. So, for a reason. And it's going to play here. I'm gonna make a website. Not sure I'm going to. In fact, I'm going to create a Shopify thing, and start even blogging about healthy lifestyle, fermented foods. I know how these things all work. Like, I have a clear picture of what I'll do so as to get people buying my products. Haya, that is my second book, and then my third book will be now how to create oil. Healthy cooking oils that you can ingest in your body and it will not affect you. I'll talk about the disadvantages of using this oil that is placed on the shelves of supermarkets. I know I'm gonna receive some uproar from people, from the big pharma. I'm going to attract their attention, and I wish I will, because people will be more interested in whatever I'm writing and getting the book, because I have created that attention. And I'm sure and I pray that it doesn't reach here and people will be looking for me in a bad way to just tell me, to zip me up. I hope it doesn't. Okay, I really want to attract that attention. In fact, a magnitude of attention for people. Why is this guy? By the way, who is this guy? After they come to know, hiya, kumbe is this young man. Let's buy from him. And my PayPal is closed. So sasa tutafanya nini? What will we do? Because honestly, my PayPal is off right now. But I think I don't need to worry about some things. They just come naturally. Like, I even have solutions towards some things. I honestly think so. I'll have solutions to some things. Receiving international payments because of a book. People are really going to buy. In fact, getting that attention will be of key benefit. In fact, of key importance, because I'm gonna use that to tell people, now you can buy a book from me. Get it from me. You can send the amount here. In USD. If you are in Kenyan, you can send this amount to this number, and you are going to receive the book. And considering that I'm still figuring out it is still pressing me. How do I create a book cover? Like, a consistent book cover for the 4 volumes of books that I'm going to write. The first one, how to slaughter diabetes using kefir. The second one is creating fermented foods, oils. That's the number 3, and number 4, mob. I have doubts that I'm going to write this. Kefir for vegans. It's a silly idea, but are you getting me? I'm feeling a bit ish about it. But anyway, iko tu sawa. I'll now that's that. That is that. That is that. That is that. Yeah, yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. That's my plan for tomorrow. Actually, today I'll be tired. In fact, let me actually write the whole book in Word, and then finally, and considering that I'm putting it into a book, I'll make it conversational while starting. Yeah, the introduction is very important. However, the in between is what again will make it sweeter. Again, I'm going back to the title of the book to make sense of things. The title of the book is How to Slaughter Diabetes 5 Minutes a Day. Alright? How to Slaughter Diabetes 5 minutes a day. Now, we in high school we used to have these set books. Yeah, set books that used to teach us linguistics, whatever. Now there's the title of the book, and there's this question that used to be asked. It's called literature. It's not linguistics. Literature. There's this question that we are asked each and every time. What is the significance of the title of the book according to the whole set book? Like you're gonna give references, you're gonna give evidence, you're gonna give proof that the title of the book really belongs to this book. So my point is, I'm gonna make sense of the title of the book in between the chapters. Yeah, remember the concept is I'm slaughtering diabetes. A person might be interested, okay, why are you slaughtering diabetes, and how is that even possible? Yeah, that's the point. That's the point. That's the whole fucking point. And what am I really talking about? I am talking about if you are going to read this book, you're gonna get the point. Oh, you are slaughtering diabetes because you want to avoid sugars in this sugar recipes that are going to be written here. Oh, it now makes sense. And considering that I have explained how sugar, cancer, all lifestyle diseases, how they came into being, and in between the chapters I'm explaining, I'm making sense. In fact, I'll be making fun of diabetes. Now, this is the process of killing diabetes. You first introduce the food to probiotics. To the probiotic, or even to the bacteria in your gut, right? On the second point, you now need to, there's a process to that. You want to slaughter diabetes, this is how you do it. First, you have diabetes, right? And you have even, what do you call it? Hypertension, all those diseases, lifestyle diseases. Fine. You have all those things. How do you start now managing them? First of all, we must we must increase the number of bacteria in your gut. And how do you do that? Remember the nini that I had read some time ago, that the gut is made up of billions and trillions of bacteria. Therefore, you must figure out, considering that there's some axis, some axis. There's now the gut-brain axis, there's the skin-gut axis. I'll even talk about the skin issues in this introduction bit, so as to convince people, okay, kumbe all these things that you are seeing, skin problems, health problems, lifestyle diseases, is as a result of eating. So what are you going to do? Remember, all the systems are supported by the bacteria in your gut. Now, this bacteria in your gut, we need to increase the numbers, the populations. And how do you do that? Start feeding on greens, like vegetables, cucumbers, all those things. What are you doing? Increasing the number of bacteria in your gut. Once you increase the bacteria in your gut, see, they start feeding. That's where now the second set of recipe. See, I started with greens, and I think I moved to, I'm not sure about, okay, let me check. They have a certain order, by the way. They have a certain order, how I'm giving the recipe, based on the chronological setup of healing. Okay, increase the bacteria, they fix the axis. Now, Google Keep. Let me go to luxurious fish recipes, cabbage, spinach. Yeah, I think it started with cabbage and spinach. Now, for the three, okay, I'll explain. For the three first recipes, group of recipes, we are now fixing the gut and feeding the bacteria in it and increasing the population. Okay, right. And now we have to figure out, I have to explain, we are drinking more water as you are taking these recipes, so as to increase the amount of water in the body and then give out, in fact, so that the body can produce more mucus in the stomach. So people who have ulcers, they have been healed at this point. And I'll tell people, please take limited roughages or even these things. I know they are important. These greens and roughages are important. However, if you take them for long, you'll start having constipation. So what's the idea here? Drink more water. Right. Actually, there will be a specific chapter for that. As you are taking these roughages, remember, if you take it in excess, you start having the idea here is you should have more water in your body, and it will heal you. Now, considering that I'm picking people's brains from this field, there are people who do talk about health matters in TikTok. I'm just following their content, and I'll curate this into words, explain why you are experiencing diabetes, and every time that you go to the um, to the to the hospital, you won't receive any help from there. They are there to just benefit from your money. Remember, they are just selling you some tablets. That's what they are after anyway. That's what they are after. By the way, I'm thinking about, what if I replace the rat for the book with, if you are a cancer patient, how do you save yourself from that? Start explaining. You know what? You're gonna start feeding on the greens, like purely on greens. You gotta be forced to be a vegan. And even for that matter, I will now introduce the recipes for greens and protein, like meat. We get rid of all or even all carbohydrates, any carbohydrate. And that means, by any carbohydrate, I mean any food that will result to producing sugar in the body, that will be broken down to sugar. Now, this is why I need to now recommend what people to eat. In fact, that's a good idea. That's a brilliant idea. How to cure cancer. How to slaughter. In fact, how to slaughter cancer. 5 minutes. In fact, 1 hour a day. Yeah. In fact, that's a really brilliant idea. I tell cancer. In fact, see, it's proven that it can work. You only need, now I need to now tell people, you need to now fast more and forget about fruits. Fruits have sugars. Those sugars, that's what we are after. Yes. I'm gonna explain this in this. I'm gonna explain this, by the way. I'm gonna explain this in the introduction of this book. Even fruits. I've used limited fruits, and I'm warning that if you take these fruits, please take them in moderation. And if you do, please take more roughages and do not blend them. Yeah, if you are going to blend them, shauri yako. I'm not with you. I'm totally against you. We are fighting. You know that you are fighting yourself. Of course, make the book interesting. It's like you are. I don't like placing my knee this way, and I'm tired of holding this way. Why can't I get a good phone? The Vivo X200, X200 Pro. Now, that's that. Basically, that's that. So, 32 minutes. Wow. So right now I just want to write this book. In fact, I write that for cancer. In fact, I've replaced the vegan to be of Nini. So volume 1, volume 2, volume 3, volume 4. I'm not writing any other book from there. So it will be just, from there it will be just marketing. In Pinterest. So I'll create millions of pins. If there's something that I'm going to do, is just creating millions of pins. And even several blogs. I might even write 10, 20 that are beneficial, and it's gonna help people, because at the end of it all, so you know that you are the one who is going to benefit from that. Ideally, that's the point. So I am after that. So I don't know what's the plan for today. I don't feel like even taking a bike or even anything. Honestly, I don't feel like doing anything. Ebu kwanza, let me check something in my M-Pesa to see if I've been money for school fees. If I've been sent that money, and it is enough to get me. The phone is upside down. So, and I was looking for a camera to see. Ah, ah. Let me just put this line on. She go tonight by the water. She go so far away from my first daughter. She goes for no nights for a baby. She got to save him. She tells him, oh love, nobody gonna hurt you, love. I'm gonna give you my love. He has him my love. I'm gonna give you a good life. Nobody gonna hurt you. So rockabye, baby, don't cry. I'm gonna rock you, rockabye, baby. Now let me talk about Excel for a moment. I've not been serious about it because I've been taking forex like it's my thing. I'm going to die with it. Yet I'm losing from it. So Excel, I'm coming back stronger. In fact, I'm going to change the strategy, the learning strategy. Okay, this is a project that I'm working on. I don't know. I feel like now I need to start creating content in YouTube. Simply, it's because I understand that now me are not going home, by the way, and God better figure this out. I'm gonna stay here for even close to even 1 year until I finish my thing. Now pin this on your wall. Pin this in your mind. This is a mental pin. Oh, let me talk about for Excel kidogo because I need my own space, by the way, so as to be recording my content on my screen, showing people how to perform my Excel shortcuts and even functions and all that. So I want to be creating content for that. Like I'll start slowly. Where I start, maybe I don't know. Where it starts, it's where it starts. Considering that I've been creating content in Maxify. By the way, it's been some time since I created the content for Maxify. The last video is on probably 4K views, and I'm liking it, but I need to do more on AI and however I need my own space. In fact, that's my only concern and even my worry. How will I do this? How will I do this without my space? In fact, that should be the main prayer today. How will I be able to do this without me? Lord, I need my own space where I need to do my own things. How I feel, because I'm gonna make noise for people, and trust me, I want a good table where I have to set up my camera. Yeah, how I'm gonna set up my camera, the table that I'll be recording on. Remember, before even creating content, I'll have figured out this is what I'm going to talk about. This is how I'm going to deliver it. The rest, I'm not going to be even looking for words. Okay, at one point, I've never followed any script. I usually follow my words. Okay, I assume that I'm talking to a person. So following a script, okay, script is a must. Even what do you call this guy? This tech guy who reviews phones, Marques Brownlee. He admitted at one point that he follows some script. But for me, I consider things as okay. A script is a good one because you're gonna have a chronological area of order of doing things. Or how should I put this? There's a chronological order in which you have to follow to explain things to people so that they can be explained things in like a 4-year or even a 5-year kid. Like you get to a point. However, for me, I'll follow the main points. This is the main points that I need to talk about. You figure out how you are going to create the language or even the words, and they gonna explain that to people. But Lord, I need my own space, honestly. Like, I really need my own. I have said my own space. 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 My own space where I can do things peacefully and gracefully. And you know the room that comes into my mind? Rebel. That room. At one point I recorded it. It was a short video. If you go back, you'll see it. That room. That room. That room. That room. That room. I want a silent place where I can record my... But how am I going to do that if I don't have... Anyway, let me briefly talk about this. I'm not going to issue any notice. I'm not going to issue any notice. I don't know what I'm talking about. So let me talk about Excel. So Excel, I've abandoned it for about several days, and I've come back, and I need now to do constructive content creation, content that makes sense. In fact, I'm starting with TikTok. I think for the YouTube, I'll to be doing long formats, but in a way that it's more technical. Okay, I will be explaining how do you do this sum. Okay, I'll start even with the simplest Excel concept. What is Excel? Although I know I won't record this at the right time, but I'm gonna show people, this is how you do a sum in Excel. Easy. This is how you multiply things in Excel. Easy. Even I'll find myself even explaining that for every function or even every calculation that you do in Excel, you must start with an equal sign, because Excel recognizes equal sign as you are doing a calculation, and after you do the calculation, you have to copy the column or even the table or even the row, and then paste with value so that it is not affected by other things. Okay, sawa. I think that's awesome. Now I have a project that I'm working on, cleaning this data. How can I do it in less time? And you know, this data set is huge. It's huge, Bana. It's huge. Now there come a point where I have to use a lot of functions. By then I'm gonna figure out how to do some more content on Excel or even data analytics. Talk about data analytics in general, because Excel is so limited. It is short of scope. The scope is so narrow that you really don't have anything to talk about. Even if you are a very creative, you find yourself, okay, I need to cover more areas in data analytics than in Excel. Although I'll be more of creating more Excel content, but it will be more of data analysis. Talk about things that people are not interested. they really don't know, and no one else is talking about. Let's talk about even Amazon. How do they even store data? How are they able to even yeah? I think I should find a good angle of talking about Excel to people such that they appreciate. Okay, I did know that. Let me follow this guy. Ideally, that's that. Yesterday I created a content. It was a silly one. I don't know how it went. I have not checked the video out. So let me see. Let me just wait and see. I should figure out a very good scope of talking about data, Excel, nini, a good angle. Let me just research. How will I be talking about this? And how will I do it such that people appreciate? Yeah, I didn't know this. People are just higher, higher, higher. Oh, really? Amazing. Mm, mm. Amazing. Hey, hey. Jokingly, I've done 45 minutes. Immediately I looked at the screen at 45 minutes. I got cut short because of low storage. So I don't have anything to talk about today. Let me end this diary here. Okay? Volkswagen. I wonder why I'm wearing this t-shirt and I'm not a fanatic of Volkswagen. In fact, Volvo should give me a t-shirt so that I be wearing it and promoting it in my content, in my videos here. Because I love Volvo. I kind of dislike Volvo. Okay, Volkswagen. Oh, sorry for that. Volvo. So Volkswagen. I don't know why I don't like that car. Okay, I don't find it interesting. So right now I am planning to go to a restaurant and buying some githeri and I eat. I go back to the house, do some mopping, bathe because I did not bathe and there is water today, and leave. I'm going to leave, and that will be it. So remember, if it can be shaken, it can be moved. Until tomorrow, it will be on a Sunday. I don't know if I'll go to church. I am likely to go because I have no other choice. Remember, if it can be shaken, it can be moved. Until tomorrow on Sunday, adios.